I'm Martin Francis, and I want to introduce you to Churches in Your Town, a community website project whose 9-year development was partly inspired by this local street sign. So here we go. The mission is to bring spiritual transformation to towns and cities for the glory of God. Our method is to provide tools and support to unite and equip local congregations to work together as the body of Christ. What do we mean by that? Jesus called himself the cornerstone of a church that he would build, that would defeat hell and bring about God's kingdom here on earth. Paul tells us that we are one body made up of many members working together, while Peter tells us that we are living stones being built into a single church that would represent Jesus. Jesus called his followers the light of the world and promised that everyone would know we were his disciples if we obeyed him and if we loved one another. He prayed that we be brought to complete unity to let the world know that he'd been sent to us by his Father. And how do we do that? Well, here's one way. This is the sign I showed you earlier, which serves as a testament to the unity between churches in Whitchurch, Stouffville. See how each board has the same size and format, with equal weight being given to all. Here's another example, this time from Sabo Beach, but once again the underlying message is quite clear. One town-wide church with many members. Now this is the homepage of an Ecclesiac community website, a digital 21st century version of the street sign we just saw. The basic package is offered completely free of charge thanks to the generous support of our national ministry partners. This particular community has been adopted by the local ministerial, and so it opens with a joint message from all of the churches. Then there's a word or two describing each congregation. The declaration ends with a powerful statement of spiritual unity, signed off on by every minister from the churches represented. See how these Christians love one another. You can click on the Members button to see names, addresses, phone numbers and photos of each church to help you find out about them and to learn a bit more about your neighbours. To learn more on any given church, simply click on the photo to see service times and contact details. If the church is subscribed to our content sharing service, more on that later, you can also view their entire church calendar, read their news items and articles, or listen to all of their previously recorded sermons, right there in your web browser. Back at the community level, there's a map showing where all the congregations are based, a weekly timetable showing all service times arranged by day and time, and a community calendar showing featured events from all of the members. If you want, you can also play the latest sermon from each church in town, all of them conveniently arranged on a single page. The About section describes some of the ways that the system can be used and acknowledges the national ministry partners whose prayer and financial support have helped make this initiative possible. If the local ministerial adopts the community website, and there's a small cost for doing that, we invite them to use the mechanisms contained within the website to manage their own local partnership arrangements with local businesses and their supporters. All money raised stays within the community to be spent as the ministerium deems fit. After all, if every church in town is funded by their own members through the collection plate, why would that have to change when several churches get together to implement programs that serve the whole community? How do churches get their sermons, events and so on up on the website? Well, actually it's incredibly simple. Any church can pay a small monthly subscription fee, and we install a program called Dropbox on their church office computer. When someone wants to publish, let's say, last Sunday's sermon or next month's calendar, they just drop the file in their Dropbox. That's it. The community administrator, who's been paid for through your subscription, will receive a message to say that new content has arrived, and they then publish it to your church's website profile. Any content likely to be of interest to the whole town, for example a public workshop on playing in a worship band, that may be marked as shared, and it will then be displayed on the community notice board as well. But there's more. There's also a link at the bottom of the profile page for every member. Take the code from that link and paste it into any page on an external website, this example St. Thomas's Church website sermons page, and then their postings now appear instantly on their official website without anybody ever having to update it. The moment a new sermon is published to the community profile, it will instantly appear on their own church website as well. Now, how cool is that? Well, you're welcome. Here's a walkthrough of our process. A town is selected and we register a local access domain, such as ChurchesInYourTown.ca. We then research all the local churches in town and set up their profiles using publicly available information and some phone calls to their church offices. We then visit the town to take actual photographs of all of the churches. This helps visitors find them and hopefully dispel some of the fears that people typically have about visiting a new church for the first time. That's one reason why we always try and include photographs of each church's front door to help people break down those mental barriers. Before the website links are publicised, we personally write to every church represented, describing what we're up to, and we include a complete checklist of all information assembled, including the photographs that we took. We then invite church staff to contact us directly to inform us of any changes required. Once churches have had a reasonable chance to review their information and request any changes, we then publish the website address so that people can find it on the internet. Next, we would invite local ministerials to formally adopt the town's website for a small monthly fee. This then gives them representation on the website to publish local news articles and significant events pertaining to Christian life in the community. Ministeriums can then use the built-in sponsorship management tools to handle their own partnership arrangements with local businesses to fund whatever programs the Lord may call upon them to support. For a small monthly fee, churches may also have their individual material included in the community profile and also rebroadcast to other websites via our content broadcast mechanisms. Relevant items may be marked as shared when they will appear also on the community notice board. We're hoping to start a monthly newsletter service that will be sent out automatically, featuring news items and information from the participating churches, together with member-submitted articles and other features written by our own correspondents and national partners. What we're offering here is nothing short of a complete state-of-the-art communication system that gives local churches instant access to sophisticated collaboration tools such as community-wide event scheduling, centralized web management and content sharing, and provides them with a powerful, united voice through which they can share the gospel with residents and visitors through our intuitive, user-friendly website that makes it as easy as possible to find and connect with a local church, transforming the spiritual climate in each town. Think of it as going from this to something more like this. Ecclesiac's mission has always been about laying down railway tracks to provide permanent infrastructure to literally connect the body of Christ. If we're serious about winning Canada for Jesus, we need to start laying down permanent railway tracks. Once those relationships between congregations are in place, they're established, and their community websites go live, once the tracks are on the ground, there's no limit to the kind of traffic that God can run on them. Thank you for watching.